G'day everyone, and welcome to this video. I am a teacher and I love plants. I spend a considerable amount of time at my desk outside of school hours because there's just a lot to do as a teacher. And I wanted to get a plant or some plants for my desk, but I had a problem because my office gets zero natural light. So I had to do something about it. I am in my home office now because I'm not going to make a lot of videos at work itself. I have selected some appropriate footage to include in this video, but because I'm a teacher, I'm not going to include a lot of my school, my classroom, my office in this video. It's not what we need to do. But I love plants and I wanted to include a plant at my desk. And yeah, there's no light in my office. There are the fluoros, but they're not on all the time. And there are some windows, but light doesn't get in, just the way the angles, and there's no natural light in this room at all. And that's a problem for me wanting to put plants in my office, because plants need light. It doesn't matter if it's advertised as a low light plant. There are no light plants, and even low light plants need a fairly good amount of light. Without light, plants can't photosynthesize. They can't perform the chemical reaction by which they turn carbon dioxide and water into sugars that they can use. So without light, a plant will die. So it's not a very good environment to be keeping a plant alive and healthy in. So I needed to get a grow light. It needed to be fairly small and compact, that it would fit on my desk. I still need to use my desk as a workspace, but I wanted to have a small lamp that I could put a plant, or maybe even multiple plants in the future, under. This is not a sponsored video. I went to Bunnings and I purchased, with my own money, a grow lamp. I ended up getting the Homegrown indoor grow lamp, which cost $42.90, which is not a super cheap option. But for a lamp, that's a grow lamp, it didn't look terrible. It was a fairly nice looking lamp. It's not a terrible price. It's not super cheap, but it's a reasonable enough price for what it is. It was a pretty easy setup. I just needed to screw the dowel into the base and then place the lamp's head on top of it. The lamp locks in place using its own weight, so it's pretty easy just to shuffle up and down the dowel however I want it to be. I could have it right so that it is only millimeters above the plant, but I decided to have it fairly up the top so that it wasn't super bright on top of the plant that I chose. The plant that I chose to put on my desk under the lamp was a philodendron birkin. I chose this for no particular reason. I really like them. I don't have one at home, so I wanted to get one, and they're fairly hardy plants generally. They don't need huge amounts of humidity, which is good because it's in an office, which is not a super humid place. So I ended up with a philodendron birkin to put under my lamp. I set all this up in late January and I wanted to test it out to see if it worked before making this video. I didn't want to say that I really love a product before actually trying it. So I have given it a full term. It's been about 3 months and the plant is looking really good. So by the end of term, you can see that it's pushed out some new leaves and it's currently pushing out some new leaves, ready to push them out to be unfurled later. So it's actively growing. The new leaves are fairly light in color. Maybe it needs a little more light. I've only got it on 8 hours a day. So that's something that I could potentially adjust in the future. The lamp itself has got an automatic timer. Once you've turned it on, it'll run for 16 hours, turn off for 8 hours, and then repeat that cycle. I thought that 16 hours is a bit much, so I ended up putting a digital timer on instead. I've only got it running for 8 hours a day. I can extend that should I need to. As an LED, it doesn't use a heap of energy, and it's advertised as having a 25,000 hour lifespan. So if I'm only running it 8 hours a day, it should last me 10 years. I haven't used the automatic function on the lamp. There's no way to turn it off and there's no way to adjust it, which isn't ideal, which is why I'm using the digital timer. And the light is doing a good job of keeping the plant alive. It's advertised as a full spectrum light, but on the box, in the manual, on their website, it doesn't get any more specific than that, which is not ideal. I mean, it'll be okay. Full spectrum generally means that it is covering the full range of electromagnetic light, but that could Not saying it is this in this case, but it could just mean a bright light. It doesn't necessarily have an equal amount in each frequency of light, so it's not necessarily emulating the sun. It could just be a bright light, but I have no idea if that's the case here. It seems to be doing the job, so I really don't have any complaints there. Other than that, I'd like some more specifics, but this is doing the job fine. I'm keeping the philodendron in a cashpo situation, so I've got a decorative pot without any holes and then the plastic pot with the plant in it. I really like this as an option for my situation here. It means that I can easily bottom water, so I'll fill up the decorative pot, I'll place the plastic pot in for a few minutes before tipping the water out, and then it'll catch any drips as it needs to. I'll make sure that it's not, you know, sitting in water, but it does make it nice and easy for this situation where work is very busy. I don't have time to take it to a place where I can fill up a sink and so on. So having the cashpo that I can fill is really easy. Overall, I really like the lamp. It is aesthetic enough and it's keeping my plant alive, which is for me the most important thing. I'm really enjoying having a plant on my desk. It's making my desk a nicer place. It's making it a nicer place to work. And considering that there's zero natural light without this grow lamp, I would not be able to keep this plant in there alive for any reasonable amount of time. So after a full 3 months, it is actively growing. It's pushing out lots of new growth, and I can see this continuing into the future, which is great. This is Scott Grows an Avocado Tree. Would I put an avocado here? Probably not, because the lamp doesn't get that tall, and in a year's time, an avocado would very comfortably outgrow this situation. If you want to see me talk about growing avocados under grow lamps, check out my avocado diary series, where I have raised avocados in a fish tank grown under a grow light indoors. And we talk about it there. I need to do an update of those. Those trees are doing really well. They need repotting very soon. They're getting quite large, which is lovely. And we'll leave it there for today. I'd love to know if you keep plants alive in very low light situations and what you use to help them stay alive. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below and with the like button, and make sure you're subscribed to Scott Grows an Avocado Tree for more houseplant, gardening, and mostly avocado related content. I appreciated you being here, and I'd also appreciate it if you could go and check out my second channel. That's pretty cool, where I talk about all kinds of things that inspire in me a sense of curiosity and wonder. It'd be great to see you over there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree.